friends, my name is Mandy, and today I'm going to guide you through a slow vinyasa flow practice. Our theme today will be on balancing muladhara chakra. The yogis believe that we have these energy centers that align the spine, and they're associated with certain areas of our body and our emotions. So muladhara chakra, or the root chakra, is associated with the feelings of stability and grounding. So we'll be doing a lot of balancing shapes and hip openers. So let's go ahead and get started, coming onto the back. Let's begin with our knees bent and our feet as wide as our mat. Bring your arms out by your sides and gently sway the legs side to side. And try turning your head in the opposite direction that your legs move in. Getting that twist to travel all the way up your spine. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then bring the knees to center. Place the bottom of your feet together and let your knees fall open like a butterfly. Rest your hands on your lower belly. Shutting down your eyes, start to connect to the breath. Focus the breath in your hands, allowing the belly to expand on the inhale. On our theme of balancing muladhara chakra, the root chakra, we'll be working on governing a current of energy that's downward flowing. The yogis call this apana vayu, downward current of energy. The way we govern this vayu is through the exhalation. So begin to elongate your exhale. And as you bring more attention to your exhale, allow the belly to softly rise on the inhale. Feel as if you can send your breath down your body. Feel as if you could flood your pelvic bowl and your legs full of breath. Downward current of energy. Apana vayu. Grounding yourself into this present moment. Anchor attention on your breath. Now maintaining this calm inward connection, this deep awareness to your breath, let's start to move the body. Hug your knees into your chest. Holding on to the knees separately, we'll make some hip mandalas, taking the knees apart, down, around, together, and back into the chest. Knees come away from the torso, down, around, together, and back in. Warming into the hip joints, maintaining that long exhale, soft belly breathing. Now hug the knees in at hip distance, and with your next inhale, extend your legs to the ceiling, flexing the feet. Have a look at your feet and make sure your feet are hip distance, your toes are right in front of your heels, and you're pulling the toes down evenly. Next time you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, extend your legs to the ceiling, flexing the feet, firming the thighs. Exhale, bend the knees into the chest and empty the breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend. Now, placing the left foot flat on your mat, cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Pick up your left thigh and hug it into the chest for threading the needle. Make sure to flex the right foot, pressing the right knee forward. Keep the pelvis leveled here by slightly lifting your right hip up towards the right shoulder. 5 conscious belly breaths. Placing the left foot down, cross your legs completely so there's no space between your thighs. Pick up your thighs and hug them in. 2 deep breaths. Imagine you could send your breath down into your tightness. Bring your arms out by your sides and let the knees fall to the left side of your mat. Spinal twist with a bind. Now, if this bind is too much on the low back, you simply uncross your legs and stack your knees instead. Let's hold this shape for 4 conscious belly breaths. Feel free to turn your head in any direction. Just make sure your neck is comfortable with it. Nice and slow, bring your knees to center. Uncross your legs and hug the thighs in. Let's switch sides, starting with that figure 4 stretch. Crossing left ankle over the right thigh, pick up the right thigh and hug it in. Flexing the left foot, press the left foot forward. Three more breaths. Make them long and soft, easy and smooth. Placing the right foot down, cross your legs completely. Pick up your thighs and hug them in. 2 deep breaths. Bring your arms out by your sides. Let your knees fall to the right side of your mat, twisting with a bind. Now, if you did not take the bind on the other side, make sure to not take it on this side. Balance your body. Try shutting down your eyes once you're in the shape. And anchor attention on the breath. Try and feel the breath traveling through the shape of the pose. Sense the lower back and the lower belly expanding on the inhale. Slowly bring your knees to center, uncross the legs and hug your thighs in. Keeping the knees together, make some big circles. A few to the left and a few to the right. Releasing and massaging the low back. Bring your forehead towards your knees and rock yourself up to seated. Let's find a tabletop position, so hands and knees. Take your knees as wide as your mat, and your hands as wide as your mat. And also draw some mandalas with the torso and the hips, so big circles. Big circles with the torso and the hips. A few to the left and a few to the right. Let's close your eyes and feel free to explore some movement. Just tuning in to where you're feeling tight today, where you're feeling open. Child's pose. Take the knees wide and let your belly lay between your thighs. Rest your forehead down on the earth. Now I welcome you in this pose to set a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. Try and create an intention around our theme of our practice of grounding. So some ideas of an intention could be keeping awareness on my breath, maintaining that long, soft exhale. Being patient with myself, being content with where my body is today in my practice. When you set your sankalpa, it should come quickly. You shouldn't have to overthink it. So take a moment to set your intention now. Rising into a tabletop position, curl the toes under, taking your feet as wide as your mat, and lift your hips up and out of the shoulders for our very first downward facing dog. Let's move around a little bit. Popping the heels, moving your hips. Again, tuning in to how the body's feeling. Where are you feeling tight? Where are you feeling open? And then keeping the feet as wide as your mat, walk the hands back to the feet. Generous bend in your knees, grab your elbows and try to sway side to side. Just like a willow tree blows in the wind. Try and exhale out of the mouth, dropping the jaw. And make sure you have a generous bend in your knees, allowing the spine to release. Feel as if your day could just wash off your back here. And then nice and slow, curl the spine to standing. Bone by bone, your head comes up last. Once you're all the way up there, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Interlace the fingers and flip your palms up. Gliding the shoulders away from the ears, lean to the left side of the room. Come back up through center and exhale right over to the other side. Back up through center, release your arms down and roll the shoulders out. Let's take a walk to the top edge of our mat. Placing your feet together or hip distance, whatever you feel comfortable with. Firming the thighs without locking your knees. Slight drop of the tailbone, abdominal muscles are on, and flip your palms to face the sides of the room. Level your chin. Try closing your eyes, and if you find that uncomfortable, find one point of focus, something that's not moving. Standing here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Try and let yourself feel like a mountain, grounded, stable, and still. Feeling the floor beneath your feet. Next, inhale, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Palms can lightly touch the top. Now hinge at the hips and swan dive down, bending your knees the moment your back starts to round. Hands come to the shins, nice flat back, open chest, rising halfway up. Now bend the knees, put your fingertips to the floor and step your left foot back for high lunge position. Bend the back knee, point the back toes and sweep your arms forward and up to the sky for low Anjana Asana. Dropping the tailbone down, hip bones up, press your hips forward. Take 2 deep breaths in this shape. Allowing some space to feel what's happening in pose. Hands come to the floor. Fingertips to your mat, curl the back toes under and firm the back thigh. Now hands to the mat and you're going to lift the right leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee and open the hip to the right side of the room for half scorpion. Draw some mandalas, some big circles with your right hip. Right knee. So bring your knee back behind you, up to the sky, forward and down to the earth. Warming into that hip joint. And keep reaching that leg back up to the ceiling. Hug your knee into your chest, round the spine and step it back to the top edge of your mat. Shifting weight onto the right foot, step the left foot forward. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to the sky, take a deep breath in. Palms lightly touch the top. We go right back in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, fingertips to the floor, right foot back. High lunge on the left side. Bend the back knee, point the back toes, sweep your arms forward and up for low Anjana Asana. Tailbone down, hip bones up, press the hips forward. 2 deep breaths. Remember to ground yourself in every shape. Try and get curious. Feel what's happening in the pose. Hands to the floor, curl the back toes under and firm the back thigh. 3-legged dog. Lift that left leg up and back. Bend the left knee and open the hip to the left side of the room. Half scorpion pose. Drawing some mandalas, some big circles with the left knee. Warming into the hip joint. Now hug that knee back into the chest and step that foot to the top edge. Follow it by the right. Inhale, come halfway up. Nice long spine, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise to the sky, deep breath in. Palms lightly touch the top, and then exhale, right back in. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Come halfway up for Ardha Uttanasana. Bend the knees, put your hands on the mat, and step back to plank position. Shoulders stacking over the wrists. Hips are leveled with your shoulders. Firming your thighs, reach out through the heels. On your next exhale, shift your shoulders past your wrists. Bend your knees, hugging your arms in, lower all the way down to your abdomen. Point toes, firm thighs. Wrists are under your elbows, back by your rib cage. Wrapping the arms in, you're going to inhale, rise into cobra pose, using the strength of your upper back. Now try closing your eyes and connecting back to the breath. Take 2 full, conscious breaths here. Slowly release. Push up hands and knees or plank position and exhale your way to downward facing dog. Here in down dog, make sure to spread through the fingers evenly, applying a little more pressure on the inner edges of your hands. Gently wrap your triceps, the back of your arms, down towards the floor. And then try to find a little more length in your spine. So bending the knees, lift your hips out of your shoulders. Maintaining that length, let's sweep our right leg up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Knee to chest, round forward, and step that foot to the top edge. Now that's a tricky transition if you have a tight body. So if your foot lands in the middle of the mat, be patient, bend your back knee, and help that foot up. Check that your feet are hip distance. Front knee is over the ankle, in line with your toes. And then from here, you can stay. You can also bend the back knee. Or make it a little bit stronger by sweeping your arms back behind you, palms facing the earth. Feel the muscles in your upper back contracting. 3 more breaths here. Hugging that outer right hip in, firming the back thigh, create length through the spine. 1 more deep breath. Next time you inhale, sweep your arms forward and up to the sky, crescent lunge pose. Check your front knees over your ankle, back thighs straight and engaged. 1 more deep breath here. Hands come to the heart. Start to shift weight onto the right foot and bend the left knee into the chest. Coming into tree pose, rotate the leg off to the left side. Place your foot on your inner thigh, your ankle, or your shin. And then holding this shape, you're hugging your outer right hip in, your bottom thigh, pressing that left foot onto the right thigh here. Hands come to the heart, 1 point of focus helps. You can stay here or spread your branches, reaching your arms up to the ceiling. 1 point of focus, steady your gaze and come back to that long exhalation. One more deep breath in this pose, Vrikshasana, tree pose. And then pull the hands to the heart. Bend that left knee back into the chest. And then bend both knees, placing both feet on the floor, chair pose. Circle the arms out, around and up. Try to sit a little bit deeper. I want you to feel some heat in your roots and your legs. One more deep breath. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Push up plank or hands and knees, and exhale your way to downward facing dog. Let's bring the left leg to the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, round the spine, step that foot to the top edge. Take your time, get it all the way up there. Feet are hip distance here. Stay as you are. Soften it up by bending the back knee if needed, or make it stronger by reaching your arms back behind you. One point of focus slightly above your mouth. One more deep breath. Now sweep your arms forward and up to the sky, crescent lunge pose. Catching the breath. Hands come to the heart. Shifting weight onto that left foot, bend the right knee into the chest. Coming into our tree pose, rotate that leg out to the side, placing that right foot on your left inner thigh, calf, or ankle, whatever you can hold and breathe with. You can stay here or reach your arms up to the sky. One point of focus, steady your gaze. Long exhalation. Hands come to the heart. Bend that right knee in, and then place both feet down right into your chair pose, circling the arms out, around, and up. Sitting down a little bit deeper. One more deep breath. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Shifting shoulders past the wrists, you can lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. You decide what's best. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch the breath. Find that length in your spine. Head is heavy. Remember, allow yourself to feel the pose and what's happening. What muscles you're stretching, what muscles you're engaging. Tuning into the quality of your breath. Let's lift our right leg to the sky. Knee to chest, round the spine, and step that foot to the center of the top edge. Little tricky transition if you're new. Back heel slips down. We find heel to arch alignment in the feet. Left arm reaches up to the sky, and we contract the left side waist for warrior two position. Making sure that front knee's over your ankle and in line with your toes. Abdominals are on, you're finding length up and out through the crown of your head. Let's reverse the warrior. Right arm up, left arm down. Side angle pose. Right forearm down the right thigh. Sweep your left arm up and over your head, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. You're welcome to stay here or hover your right arm on the inside of your right thigh. 2 more deep breaths. Next time you inhale, contract your left side waist and reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill your hands down. Step back, plank position. Pause and catch your breath. Be present in the pose. Now you can decide to head to down dog or build a little more heat with the vinyasa. Shifting shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale your favorite back bend, upward facing or cobra. Exhale your way to downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset. Finding your breath, grounding back into your body. Left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, round spine, step that foot to the center of the top edge. Back heel slips down, right arm reaches up. Cartwheel the arms up for warrior two position. Have a look at your front knee, make sure it's right over your ankle, in line with your toes. Back thigh is completely straight. Reaching your arms up at the height of your shoulders. On your next inhale, reverse the warrior. Side angle pose. Left forearm down on the left thigh, right arm reaches up and over the head. Option to stay here or hover the left arm on the inside of the left thigh. You have one long line from your fingertips extending out through that back leg. Ojita Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. Next inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Reverse the warrior. And cartwheel the hands down to the earth. Step back, plank position. Again, you can always skip this bit, vinyasa or downward dog. Rising to the toes. Bend your knees and look up at your hands. Step, walk, or if you want, have a little play with a jump to the top edge of your mat. Hands on the shins, come halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Curl the spine to standing. Okay, step to the center of your mat and take a big wide stance. Turn heels in, toes out, just slightly. Your feet are at 45 degrees. And then bring your hands to your heart, palms lightly touch, and bend the knees and drop down into your hips. Okay, from here, place your forearms on your thighs and push the thighs open. Option to add a little movement side to side, opening up the hips. Take one more deep breath here. And then slowly extend the legs and turn your heels out. Interlacing your hands behind your back. Firm your thighs. Hinge at your hips and bow forward. Bring your arms up to the ceiling, heading towards over the head. Try and shift the weight slightly forward into the toes. One more deep breath. Release your hands to your back and rise to stand. Okay, let's heel toe in until we can step the feet together and come back to the top edge of your mat. Palms touch the heart. One point of focus or close your eyes. mountain pose. Allow this time to truly ground yourself. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Sense the breath moving up and down the spine. Pause and be still. Next, inhale, sweep your palms out, around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Option to head straight to down dog or take a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale your favorite back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Right leg to the ceiling. Hug that right knee into the chest and lay that leg along the top edge of your mat. Back knee to the back edge. Now, if this pose is at all uncomfortable on the back of the knees, you can instead take deer pose and bend that left knee so both knees are bent. Folding forward with the thumbs. Everything is good in pigeon pose. You can decrease the intensity of this posture by placing the right foot close to your right thigh. To intensify the pose, you can bring your shin so it's parallel to the top edge of your mat. Let's go ahead and bow the torso forward. We're here for around 5 conscious belly breaths. Hands to the floor. Curl the back toes under, firming the back thigh. Let's all meet in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Lay that leg along the top edge of your mat. And whatever shape you chose on the opposite side, make sure to do it on this side. Balance your belly. Bowing the torso forward, holding the shape for around 7 conscious belly breaths. Try and truly ground yourself in the pose, feeling what muscles you're stretching, and sending the breath into those areas of tightness. You could even visualize the breath moving down into the stretch. A little different transition out this time. Hands come to the floor. Shift weight onto the left hip, bending the back knees, swing the legs forward. Let's make our way down to the back. Once you're on the back, take your feet as wide as your mat with your knees bent, just like we did at the beginning of class. Bring your arms out by your sides and let the knees fall side to side. Hug the knees in. Keeping the left knee in, extend the right leg down. Take that knee across your body, reaching your left arm out to the side. Shutting down your eyes, 3 deep breaths. Knee to center. Hug both knees in. Switching sides. Long, soft breath. Belly expands on the inhale. Fully empty your exhale. Knee to center. Hug both knees in. Preparing for our final pose, Shavasana. Extend the legs forward. Rest your hands down by your hips and flip your arms to face the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Relaxing the face. For the next few minutes, allow yourself to completely relax. Feel supported by the earth, letting gravity take over. Just let go. Shavasana. I welcome you to stay in this pose as long as you can. Closing our practice, finding a comfortable seat. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Shutting down your eyes if they're not already. Coming back to the breath. Finding that place where you become completely present. Next inhale, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Palms lightly touch at the top. Bring your hand gesture down to the crown of your head. Pausing at the crown is a reminder to keep the thoughts kind. To be kind to the self. Bring your hand gesture down to your mouth, pausing at the mouth as a reminder to be kind to others. Be kind with your words, your actions, even your thoughts. Hands to the heart, bowing the head down to the heart. We pause here one last time to remember that all peace comes from within, and this calm space that we find on our mat is always with us. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope to meet you soon in the studio.